Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to talk about 10 beauty and skincare products that I don't use. Now, these may be things that you use and you love, so don't get me wrong, I'm not like bashing products much, although I may a little bit, but some of these things I may have used in the past, some of these things I may have tried, and through my trying of them I realized that I just didn't like them, or they didn't work for my skin, or they're things that I just have a little bit of more insight about than maybe what you hear on the internet, because a lot of times the marketing stories behind some of these things really make you think that there's no downside to them, but in reality the chemistry of them may in fact reveal that there might be a downside to them, and you may want to know about that. But I'm also going to tell you what to swap in, because I don't want to just leave you hanging like, okay, well, she told me not to use this, now what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to give you my product recommendations of what I would use instead. All right, so the number one skincare item that I don't use is eye cream. And this is something that I get asked about constantly. People are always asking me, well, what eye cream do you use? Your under eye area looks so nice and smooth. And I have never used a dedicated eye cream, something that says eye cream on the label. And the reason for that is because there's nothing in something called eye cream that you can't get in any other face cream for probably less money. It's kind of a marketing gimmick to get you to buy an extra product for your eye area. And it really does make a lot of sense, because the first place that we generally start to see our faces aging is around our eyes. The first thing you see is aging here, and you immediately think, oh my God, I need an eye cream. But I would say that any company that's marketing an eye cream, that they also have a face cream that has the same active or hero ingredients. There's basically going to be no difference between an eye cream that's a moisturizer and a face cream that's a moisturizer. They're going to have the same moisturizing ingredients. Those are generally like glycerin or some kinds of oils like shea butter or jojoba butter, or humectants like hyaluronic acid, but you will find those ingredients in your regular face cream as well. Now, if you're looking for something that takes it up a notch and maybe has retinol in it or vitamin C or something like that, again, you can get a regular face product that contains retinol or vitamin C that you can just put right on your eye area. It's as simple as that. The only thing to be careful about is if you're using acids around your eyes that can be a little extra sensitive. Things like alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, retinoids, vitamin C. For those things, you might want to just be careful around your eyes. You can use them there, but it just might take a little longer to adjust your skin to using it, so you may have to ease in over a longer period of time with it to acclimate the skin, but you can use all those things around your eyes. I have all the great anti-aging ingredients in the rest of my skincare routine, and I put everything underneath my eyes. So I'm going to refer you out to my skincare routine. I'll link that video right up here so that you can see everything I use. I do use a lot of different products. I just don't use an eye cream. And I've heard a lot of different arguments saying that, well, the ingredients in eye creams are a smaller molecule so that they can get into your skin better. That is completely false. There's no such thing as making a smaller molecule for one kind of cream than another. So kind of piggybacking on the first one, number two is I don't use neck cream or anything called neck cream. So again, anything that you're going to use on the skin on your neck are things that you should be using on your face. And basically what I've been telling you guys for years is that everything that you put on your face, you should also bring down your neck, onto your chest, and put it on the backs of your hands. They are the places that are going to show signs of aging first, because they're out, they're exposed to the sun, they're exposed to pollution, they're exposed to all the elements. And so, of course, you want to take all of your skincare, all those great ingredients that you're using on your face, you want to bring them down your neck, onto your chest, and onto the backs of your hands. Creams that claim that they're going to like lift your skin or give you some kind of a neck lift, it just is not possible. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there isn't really a neck cream that is going to be able to do that kind of heavy lifting. The best bet that you have is prescription tretinoin, but it's really hard to use it on your neck. If you're lucky, if you ease in really, really, really slowly with it, you might be able to use it on your neck. But I gotta say, I've been using tretinoin for 7 years and I still can't use it on my neck. My neck is way too sensitive. So instead of using prescription tretinoin on my neck, I use use the next step down from that, which is an over-the-counter retinoid. I do use a special product for my neck, but it's not called neck cream. What I use is Aven Retinol 0.5. This is a retinaldehyde. So I use this on my neck. It hasn't caused any irritation. And then I put all my other skincare things, just like I do them under my eyes. I also put them all on my neck, all on my chest, all on the backs of my hands, so they have anti-aging going on all of these 4 areas. All right, number 3 is facial cleansing wipes. Now, this is something that I used to use for many years. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was using facial cleansing wipes. I hadn't discovered the double cleanse yet, and now that I'm a convert to the double cleanse, I can't even believe that I used to use wipes. But I did, and the reason that I don't use them anymore is, number 1, I found that using them, especially to remove like my stubborn eye makeup, like waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliner, really did a ton of tugging on my eye area. And the other thing about wipes is that it leaves all the residue of the surfactants and everything else that was in there to remove your makeup on your face. You know, do you really want to leave something that's potentially irritating on your skin? And then you're going to put on your skincare, and your skincare isn't going to penetrate as well. They're just kind of a recipe for not really getting your face that clean, not really getting your face ready to receive your anti-aging ingredients. So I stopped using facial cleansing wipes quite a while ago. I'm going to do the next 2 because they're also related to facial cleansing, and then I'm going to show you my double cleanse routine. So the number 4 thing that I don't ever use are micellar waters. I have never used one in my skincare routine. If you follow my routine, you already don't use one, but I know there's a lot of people out there who do, because these micellar waters are promoted and marketed as like just basically water that magically it has like some kind of a vacuum cleaner in it that cleans your pores and sucks all your makeup off and breaks down all your makeup, and they're so good for you. But what they don't tell you in the marketing is that there are ingredients in them that aren't great to leave on your face. They all also contain surfactants, and surfactants are things that clean your skin. They are the things that are in foaming cleansers that do the cleaning. And so surfactants are not things that you want to leave on your skin after you wash. If you're using a micellar water, I would definitely wash your face afterwards because you want to get that stuff off. All right, and the 5th thing that I don't use anymore are foaming cleansers or facial scrubs. So when I was younger, I used all foaming cleansers. I used things with scrubby particles in them and beads because I wanted to get that exfoliation going. And can I tell you, my skin was always red and always irritated. Those things can scratch your skin, they can irritate the surface of your skin, and they're not really good for the planet. And foaming washes, like those things really strip your skin. So they may take away your makeup and your sunscreen, but they're also taking away any beneficial oils that your face produces during the day. So the way that I clean my skin now is that I use a double cleanse. So I use an oil-based balm as the first step in my cleanse. My favorite one is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. You rub it into your dry face. You don't splash with water first, and it breaks up especially waterproof mascara and waterproof eyeliner so well. But then it's formulated so that when you do splash your face with water, all that dirt and the product just run right down the drain. So then I do a gentle gel-based cleanse, and the product that I'm loving now is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gentle Cleansing Lotion for sensitive skin, and this is my second cleanse. So this doesn't foam up either. This isn't formulated at a high pH. It doesn't have fragrance. It's just a very gentle cleanser, and the purpose of this really is just to wash away the rest of this. It's just a perfect combination for me. They work so well together. My face never feels tight or dry after I wash my face, and it's really just a pleasure to use these two. All right, so moving on to number 6, the 6th thing that I have stopped using are chemical sunscreens. So I became an everyday sunscreen wearer when I started my YouTube channel back when I turned 50. But unfortunately, as I also started using more anti-aging products like my retinoid and like vitamin C serum, my face started to hurt after I would put on my sunscreen every day. There were a lot of different things that made me think that it was the retinoid or maybe the vitamin C, and so I stopped using my prescription retinoid, which, my gosh, that was the biggest mistake. But that was the first thing that I stripped away because, of course, everyone tells you that that can cause irritation. But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, It doesn't hurt when I put the retinoid on at night. It doesn't hurt until I put the sunscreen on in the morning. In the end, what I ended up doing was switching out my sunscreen to an all-mineral sunscreen. My research eventually revealed that all-mineral sunscreens are much gentler on your skin, and they don't have the same kind of irritation reaction that is inherent to a lot of the chemical sunscreens out there. So my all-time favorite is the EltaMD UV Elements SPF 44. This is a tinted mineral sunscreen, and this I can put it all over my face, including on my eyelids, right up underneath my eyes. It never gives me any stinging or burning, and I'm using more acids now in my skincare routine than I was back when I was using the chemical sunscreen. And my skin is calm, and it feels nice, and it never feels stingy or irritated. This is a hydrating formula, so if you have drier skin, this one will be perfect for you. Then if you have more oily skin, I highly recommend the Australian Gold Botanical SPF 50 Tinted Face BB Cream. This one is better for people with oilier skin because it can be a little bit drying, but these both actually work very well as almost a primer underneath your makeup, or if you don't wear makeup, they really can even out your skin tone. They like smooth over your pores. They're really awesome to use. Number 7 skincare product that I don't use are facial oils. Now, if you use a facial oil, I have no problem with it. I have used facial oils in the past. I generally will use an oil maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks out of the year in the dead of winter when it's really super cold here and my skin is super dry. So facial oils definitely have their place. And the thing with facial oils that I think is misleading is that a lot of the marketing wants to make you think that they have natural tretinoin in it, right? Natural retin A, or that they are filled with tons of antioxidants or vitamin C or all these great things for your skin. But unfortunately, the marketing is very, very misleading on it. Like one kind of facial oil might contain natural vitamin A, tretinoin, but it is such a tiny, 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 minuscule, barely there amount that it is not going to do anything for your skin. Same thing with everything else that they say is in there. It's in there, but so tiny that it's not doing your skin any good. The other thing about facial oils is that they come from a plant, and so the chemical makeup of the oil that you buy is going to be different from bottle to bottle because it's going to be different from plant to plant. You can get antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C, in good quantities in other skincare that will actually do something for your skin. If you want vitamin C in your skincare, I recommend the Timeless Vitamin C Serum. This is awesome. It's got the most proven, most effective form of vitamin C in there in about the maximum amount that your skin can actually use. It's formulated correctly. You know, if you want tretinoin, definitely get a prescription or try Curology or use a different retinoid like the retinaldehyde, or an over-the-counter retinol will have much more in it than one of those facial oils will. I mean, oils are great for making your skin look a little bit smoother, a little bit plumper. I think that their main purpose in your mind should be adding hydration or locking moisture onto the skin, because oils can be a little bit occlusive. And so if you're going to use one in your skincare routine, I recommend using it at the back end of your skincare routine, so that basically you put on all your things with your active ingredients first, then you put on your moisturizer, then you put on your oil to kind of lock it all in. All right, let's move on to number 8, which is human growth hormones, or HGH. So this is kind of a relatively new kind of experimental ingredient in skincare. And the thing with HGH is that it is so unproven. The marketing tries to make you think that they have seen all these great results, that it will definitely like kind of cause your skin cells to proliferate, that it turns on fibroblasts and makes them start squirting out collagen and elastin and all this stuff. Well, they have clinical studies that show that it did that, but guess where it did that? In a petri dish on fibroblast cells. So they didn't even have human skin in a petri dish. But the question is, can they prove that it works like that in your skin? That the stuff you slather on the outside of your skin penetrates into your skin, gets where it needs to go, and makes that same thing happen? It hasn't been done. There is very, very little conclusive research on these things. It's very much experimental. So, you know, for me, it's just too expensive, and there's not enough proof showing that it works. So I used it once just to try I didn't see any difference in my skin. I actually thought it looked a little bit worse. So for me, it wasn't worth the $2.85 a bottle on it. All right, moving on to number 9. This isn't something that you put on your face, but this is something that you sleep on. This is the Silk pillowcase. And please don't bash me too much. I know people swear by their Silk pillowcase. Now, a lot of the reasoning behind Silk pillowcase is that you are going to, say you sleep on your side, that the silk is going to not cause your face to be mashed into the pillow, which this doesn't make any sense to me because your face is connected to your head, which is basically a bowling ball that has a lot of weight to it. What does our head weigh? 10 or 12 pounds, something like that? You put a 10 or 12 pound bowling ball covered with, movable flesh on the surface onto a pillow. It doesn't matter what that pillow is covered with, your skin is going to crinkle up by the weight of the bowling ball. I know a lot of people do use them for hair, and I actually have tried one. I bought one recently. I got this one on Amazon that had like 15,000 5-star reviews. I was like, oh gosh, this is a silk pillowcase that's going to make all the difference in my hair. So I styled my hair up one day and I got my new silk pillowcase and I washed it and I was like, great, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, my hair is going to look like it was just styled the day before. Next morning I got up, I was like, wait a minute, my hair looks the same as it usually does sleeping on a cotton pillowcase. The other thing about the silk is it's starting to get cool here, so the nights have been a little bit cool. I've had the windows open. It's cold. Silk is cold. If you're suffering with hot flashes, you may want a silk pillowcase because it might keep you cooler because it does kind of feel colder when you lay down on it. The other thing is that you guys know that I sleep kind of elevated with my head on a wedge pillow and I sleep on my back. Now, if you want something that is really going to keep your face from getting wrinkled, use a wedge pillow and sleep on your back. Keeping your head elevated helps to keep fluids from pooling underneath your eyes, so it helps to keep puffiness from appearing here and some level of dark circles depending on what they're caused by. And then sleeping on my back also keeps me from mashing my face into my pillow and wrinkling things up here. And I gotta say, I've seen the biggest differences in my skin just from sleeping with my head elevated on my back. Then the other thing, the silk pillowcase, it's slippery. And so when I'm trying to sleep on my wedge, kind of semi-elevated, it made me kind of slide down my wedge. So in the morning I woke up, I was flat. For the week that I used it to do this experiment, oh my gosh, my eye bags were so much bigger. I couldn't believe the difference in the puffiness of my face in the morning. So I really am a walking, talking billboard for sleeping on your back with your head elevated. And it's free. It's 100% free except to buy the wedge, which is a one-time investment and then you have it. So for me, the silk pillowcase was like, I don't know, I didn't get it. Made me cold, made me slide down, didn't improve my hair, and I really don't believe that it's going to improve wrinkles on the face. All right, let's move on to number 10, which is hyaluronic acid serum, a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum. Now, hyaluronic acid is a really great skincare ingredient. It's a humectant. It's a big molecule, so it sits on the surface of your skin, but it's a water-binding molecule, so it attracts and holds water to it. And so it keeps our skin from losing some of the moisture, and it has a visual plumping and kind of firming and smoothing effect on the skin, which is awesome. And so I love hyaluronic acid and I love to use it in my skincare. I'm just not spending money on a separate hyaluronic acid product. The reason being that all my skincare products already contain hyaluronic acid. Because there's enough of it in my skincare, I don't feel the need to buy an extra hyaluronic acid product, and so I just don't. So if you have been buying a separate hyaluronic acid product, I would check the ingredients on your other skincare. If it has hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate in it, then you could pretty much dump the extra product, save yourself a little money, and simplify your skincare routine by a step. So I'll go ahead and link all the products in my skincare routine below. I've also linked the video so that you can watch my skincare routine, and I'll put it at the end of this video. All right, so those were my 10 skincare and beauty products that I just don't use. So if you want to save a little money, a little time, and maybe help your skin to look even better than it does, you could try not using these products as well and maybe switching over to some of the things that I've shown you here today. So I hope you found the video helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.